Namaste. I'm going to continue from where we left off with the I Am discourses, Discourse 26 and Part 2. That cause is the radiance of divine love ever pouring and evolving from its conscious, self-poised, radiant, God-centered, the heart of the I Am presence, which is eternal youth and beauty, the all-knowing presence containing in self-conscious action the past, present and future, which after all are but one eternal now, the law of one, simultaneous time-space. Yeah, this is the concept that we've been talking about in all of the tutorials and in all of these YouTube videos that I've been making with my guides and my higher self. All is one, and there is only one stream of time, and that is the eternal now, which is the present moment. Yeah, I mean, it's always the now, right? It's never tomorrow, and yesterday has gone, so it's always now. So this is a difficult concept, but we're going to be really delving into this deep in coming tutorials to continue. Such is the eternal elimination of all time and space. Then you will find your world propelled with perfect beings, your buildings decorated with choices of jewels. You stand in the center of your creation, the jewel in the heart of the lotus. Its petals your mighty avenues of its perfect activity. Such is a humble picture of that which stands before you, beckoning you into your perfect eternal home and radiance. You see, I feel that glorious radiance, and if each one, especially the students, could center themselves in the presence of divine love and hold themselves there firmly, what wonderful experiences would come to them if they would shut out the interference of the outer activity of the mind. This is the lower mind, the lower small s mind, sorry, the small m mind, the s, the small self of the ego mind. And don't forget, you've got the higher mind, you've got the ego mind, and you've got the subconscious mind. We will be going into this again in further lessons to continue. For one to take the attitude that I am the presence of divine love at all times would do such wonderful things. To use this statement and feel it would at all time close the door to the outer activities of the mind. The solution of every problem is always right at hand, because the I Am presence always holds everything within it. A demand is the impelling of the solution into expression. I'm just going to say that again. The demand is the impelling of the solution into expression. This is the liquid light solution that we were talking about, that Saint Germain was talking about as well. This is the all potentials. This is the void that can be all potentials, all possibilities, all probabilities, which you then pick out using the law of attraction and using your vibration, your vibratory frequency, to then hold into the receiving mode of the expectation of already having the thing that you desire to manifest. Okay? So, a demand is the impelling of the solution into expression. I Am is the intelligent active principle within us, the heart of our beings, the heart of the planet, and the heart of our system. I cannot refrain from reminding the students again, for they should always know that whenever you say I Am, you are releasing the one almighty, intelligent energy, power, and self-sustained element. Keep at it, and you will come into a condition of so supreme and so wonderful. When you are looking into the physical sun, you are already looking into the great central sun, the very heart of the I Am presence. So let's just read that again and just analyze this. When you are looking into the physical sun, the sun body, the yellow sun body that we see blazing away, like we said, it's the physical sun body is what we just say is a star, okay? You are really looking into the great central sun of our universe, because everything is here and now. So that when you look at the sun, you're looking at the great central sun, the very heart of the I Am presence. Metaphysically, okay, so physically it's a hydrogen fusion star. Metaphysically, it's the great central sun. Okay? the very core of the universe. To continue, you must take the unconditional stand with your body that I am the presence governs, let me say that again, that the I am presence governs this physical body completely and compels it into obedience. The more attention you give your body, the more it is the master and the more it will demand and keep demanding from you. When the physical body is either chronically ill or continually showing disturbance, it proves that it has been given attention over a period of years to one disturbance or another, and it will never improve until one takes the positive attitude and whips it into obedience. This is really speaking to me right now, because I've been shown this for the last couple of years since my major awakening. My major awakening was 4 years ago, but over the last 2 years I've been shown that I actually manifested the CRPS and FND. And there's many, many reasons, and I can go into this in my life story, and I will go into this in how I manifested this. Partly it was karma, and partly it's a test as well. Can I manifest my way out of this? Okay, so it's all a test. This is the test. Welcome to Earth School. Yes, it's bloody difficult. Okay, when the physical body is either chronically ill or continually showing disturbance, it proves that it has been given attention over a period of years to one disturbance or another, and it will never improve until one takes the positive attitude and whips it into obedience. I was told that by my surgeon 13 years ago, your leg will never be right again. You'll be lucky if you even walk again, and even if you do walk, you'll have problems, serious problems when you're older. Okay? Now that really got drummed into my head by a man in a white coat when I didn't know about any of this. For years and years and years, all I was saying was, I've got a bad leg, I've got a bad leg, I've got a bad leg, I broke my leg really badly, it's never going to be right again, never going to work again, right? Probably won't walk when I'm older, I might be in a wheelchair. Check this out, now I'm in a wheelchair, right? This is real. Yeah, this is real. But we can manifest our way out of this, and Saint Germain and all the ascended hosts are explaining how to do this. And this is how you do this. You can positively produce whatever you want in your body if you will fix your attention upon the perfection of it, but do not let your attention rest on its imperfections. For the ascension, I am the commanding presence. Use this often, for it stills the outer activity, so you become centered in the activity of love. The instant you feel something discordant, turn away from it. You have the scepter of power in your consciousness. Now use it. You are to follow Jesus' command. See no man after the flesh. It means exactly what it says. Recognize no human imperfection in thought, feeling, word, or deed. Cha, Ara, his mother, Nada, and Saint Germain were working very intensely on the expanding of the inner light within each one who was here. We wished that the students might see from the inner standpoint. It will be an experience never to be forgotten. A very powerful thing to use in problems is to take the simple consciousness, God in me, the I am presence, come forth, govern and solve this situation harmoniously. It would do wonders. The whole thing is to instantly draw forth the I am presence and set it to work. Jesus said, ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Say to your divine self, see here, God, come forth and take care of this. God wants you to set him to work. This releases a flood of the God energy, intelligence and substance, which flows forth to do the command. Benediction, thou mighty commanding I am presence, assert thy dominion within the heart and consciousness of each student. Command the life activity to express its fullness. Set thyself as a guard at the door of the mind of each one, so he or she admits that which is helpful and harmonious. Bless each one with that power to hold fast and go forward to harmonious attainment. We thank thee. Incredible. And yeah, this has really spoken volumes to myself, of course, and probably no doubt many of you. Maybe now you're thinking and looking back on your life and wondering, my God, maybe I brought this into my life, or maybe I attracted that negative thing into my life, or maybe I should have said this instead of that. Well, we don't know. The thing is, we don't know. When we're in third density, we're brought up the way that our parents and the education and the governmental systems bring us up. We're institutionalized from birth. We're indoctrinated and we're brainwashed. And it's our job now in the ascension to break free. You know, Freddie Mercury famously wrote, I want to break free, free from this life. You know, well, you know, there's so many meanings to that, but we all need to break free from the third density illusion, you know? And this is how we do it. Instead of fixing our attention, the longer that you fix your attention and your thoughts and your emotions, predominantly your thoughts and your emotions, onto dis-ease or disharmony or discord, and the longer that you do that for, the longer it takes to manifest your way back out of that, and the worse it can become. I mean, God, I mean, I'm in a wheelchair now, and it's, but only for now. You see, even then, I caught myself confirming the wheelchair is a part of me, but it's not. So now I have to call on the law of forgiveness, forgive myself for that, and then re-establish my center point, okay? So this is a really good example. And then ground myself, meditate, maybe for a couple of minutes, and reassert or establish the discord. So eliminate the discord with positive, with saying, I am healing every single moment of every day. This has already happened. I am walking. I am no longer in this wheelchair. I am no longer in pain. I'm in ease, divine ease. And I speak to my God self, and my God self says, I am healed. I am well. I'm fulfilled. I'm enlightened. You know, this is how we do this. And it takes a lot of practice because we're in a lot of bad habits. And it's about getting yourself out of those bad habits and re-establishing, calling on the law of forgiveness, then re-establishing and recommitting the law of attraction to what you really desire and not what you dislike about yourself or your life. Because we've done enough of that throughout our lives, and our parents knew how to put guilt trips on us, didn't they? Many of us, many of you might have had, parents who were really enlightened and really, you're very fortunate. But we had lots of guilt in our family, Christian guilt, evangelical Orthodox Christian guilt and shame, and you're never good enough, and you never meet up to God's expectations, and you're a human being. You're not anything to do with God. You're a human being. You're a mere mortal, and you've sinned. You've spent all of your life sinning, and you're a terrible person, and you're going to go to hell if you don't do this and you don't do that, And then God, that traumatizes you from birth, from childhood. It's like so we've got all these, we've got all the shadow. It's called shadow work. And shadow work is also forgiving yourself and forgiving others. But the hardest one to forgive is yourself. You will find this. You'll forgive everybody else before yourself. Okay? I was talking quite fast then because I'm aware of the time. And really, I think we're going to leave that there and then carry on with Discourse 27 Part 1 in the next video. Okay, Namaste.